Tragic story coming out of Eastpointe, Michigan, where a mother of six, Mrs. Jennifer Harris, was murdered while working her shift and performing her managerial duties at a McDonald's on 9 Mile and Schroeder, which is 1 mile north of the Detroit's northeast side. Let's get into this story just a little bit, and I'll tell you some of my thoughts as the story goes.
Of her manager at a McDonald's in Eastpointe, and now she's being held on a bond set at $25 million.
The 26-year-old Eastpointe woman faced a judge today as the family of the victim, Jennifer Harris, comes to grips with the tragic end to her life. Harris was stabbed to death Thursday morning at the McDonald's at 9 Mile and Schroeder in Eastpointe.
7 News Detroit reporter Ruda Olsenida was in.
Like I said, 9 Mile and Schroeder is just 1 mile north of Detroit's northeast side in Eastpointe, Michigan, which was once known as East Detroit, Michigan, but they wanted to drop the Detroit from their name because they didn't want to be associated with the violence of Detroit, Michigan. Looks like they're going to have to hold that L for this one, though.
Was inside the courtroom today.
Even though that's not what this story is about.
Formally charged with first-degree premeditated murder, and we learned of her violent past.
New details coming out in court on Friday about the gruesome and what prosecutors say was a calculated way to take the life of a mother of 6 and hardworking employee here at McDonald's. The suspect pleading not guilty to a multitude of charges, including first-degree murder.
She stabbed the victim multiple times, up to possibly as many as 15 times, eventually causing her death.
Prosecution laying out the gruesome details of how 39-year-old Jennifer "Jamma" Harris lost her life at her place of work at the Eastpointe McDonald's near 9 Mile and Schroeder Thursday morning. The suspect accused of her murder, 26-year-old Eastpointe resident Afeni Muhammad, appearing in court virtually pleading not guilty. Her attorney arguing that Muhammad has had a difficult past.
She was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical.
Detectives say Thursday morning Muhammad was sent home from work early. Before leaving, she told her manager and the victim that she'll be back.
When Muhammad returned to stab Harris, she entered the back entrance with a hooded mask over her face in an attempt to conceal her identity and attempted to flee the scene after the stabbing, but was stopped by an armed customer.
Eastpointe police tell me in their investigation they also considered the suspect's social media posts, where she is seen waving around a knife in one Instagram video and discussing being sent home early by Jennifer Harris in previous incidents.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny.
They said she was sent home because she wasn't performing her duties at work. See, when you actually decide to get up and go to work, you need to work. Now, I actually feel bad for her too, because I'm sure she's got kids, and now they have to lose their mother to prison forever because she's pretty much guilty of this because she made a foolish mistake and she's blaming on being in a abusive relationship. But this woman has a kind of a violent past. Like Mrs. Harris isn't the first person she stabbed according to the law. Now, she pleaded out to a lesser charge, but this was already a very dangerous young woman. I think we should kind of vet the people we let work, and I just think everybody deserves a second chance. But like when you're dealing with somebody that has that type of violence in their past, I don't think working at a McDonald's is the place for them, because McDonald's workers get it from each other and they get hell from the people that come in there. They get hell from the customers too. Now, myself, I'm not really one to flip out over some damn McDonald's. If I decide to eat McDonald's and my order is wrong, I calmly go up to them without getting mad. I let them know what was wrong with my order, and they calmly fix it, and that's it. Me, myself, I refuse to trip over some shit that I shouldn't be eating anyway. That shit is killing you. But the workers get it from each other and from the public. So you have to make sure when you're hiring these people that they're not temperamental people. You want to try to hire as many people with level heads as possible.
Somebody got to do something about that.
Due to the suspect having a record in Virginia for a similar crime involving another knife, the judge set her bond at $25 million cash or surety.
Due to the severity of the
Why not
charges
just give her
and
no
habitual
bond?
offender
Where is she gonna
status,
come up with
it makes the
$25 million?
defendant a high risk for flight.
If convicted, Muhammad could be spending the rest of her life behind bars. She's due back in court July 23rd for a probable cause conference. Meanwhile, I reached out to McDonald's representatives who tell me that this location where the crime occurred will reopen to the public on Saturday.
Okay,
in
it's been
Eastpointe, I'm
open.
Rudolph Sineda, 7 News Detroit.
All right. My condolences go out to the family of Mrs. Jennifer Harris. You know, you go to work and you expect to come home like you came in, and unfortunately Miss Harris didn't. My condolences goes out to her. A lot of people shun therapy, but I think therapy here might have saved 2 people's lives. They say she came from a very abusive relationship, but did that abuse go both ways? Knowing that this is a violent person that has now murdered somebody. This is your boy, the Sports Dr. Spock. Tell me what y'all think about this video. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave comments in the comments section. And I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys Saturday for my Saturday morning wrestling. I got a big treat coming up for Saturday morning wrestling. So make sure you guys tune in. And I am gone for now. Peace out.